married, well, getting married, you're restricted, and you can't travel away with a team you love and love, like, you know. And I was going to get married, but I knocked it on the head, all over Millwall.
Were you going to get married to Lorraine?
Yes, that's correct. And we was arguing, I've done myself a favour, we was arguing over football. She liked Chelsea, and I'm a fanatic Millwall supporter. But I just couldn't go through with it, and I ended up sodding off up north to watch Millwall, and left there waiting.
On your wedding day?
On the birth of a wedding day, yeah, because we were going to get the licence out, get there and do it. She was preparing it, and I didn't turn up.
You went to watch Millwall instead?
I went to watch Millwall.
No greater love hath any man.
This is it.
This fanaticism has deep social roots. Millwall is in the heart of London's docklands, and though many of the docks have closed and the dockers moved away, old allegiances die hard. To the dockers, football was a religion, and Millwall the only true faith. What's wrong with Millwall is the image the club has got. To approach it is to feel a sense of grim foreboding. The very names are chilling. The address, Cold Blow Lane. The ground itself, the Den. More of a threat than an invitation.
I've only got 2 more, there will be no more.
Millwall is trying to put matters right. Every Sunday morning they run a street market. It makes money for the club and stresses Millwall's community spirit. The club also hold open days at which Millwall's fans can meet the players. This is one of manager Gordon Jago's many innovations.
I'm trying to bring about a good relationship between the fan and the player. I think that the secret of success in any sport is an involvement with its people, whether they be people on the terraces or whether they be people who pay anything from £100 upwards for a season ticket. See, a football club mustn't cut itself off from its supporters. You've got to have, as we have done today, we have had broad shoulders because we're going to get some criticism. But you've got to get involved. You've got to go and face them, meet with them, tell them what you're trying to do, listen to their arguments, listen to their criticisms. Because you are very much a part of their lives, and I think you have a responsibility.
The interesting thing to me is, you see, people say, well, go out and buy a centre forward.
You've got to make sure it's the right one, right?
A, I've got to make sure, and B, I've got to get the money.
Yeah.
That's right. Right, this is the problem. Now, the only way we can take more money is get more people here. And I tell you, one of the problems that we don't get people here, for example, when we played Crystal Palace and Charlton, we didn't get a Crystal Palace or Charlton support. No, they didn't. And they don't come here, why?
We haven't had
Hold on, no.
7 years.
Hold on, you're right. They don't come here because they say the fear of trouble. Millwall's got a reputation.
Yeah.
Now, this is where you fellas can help all of us, you know.
When they're with Jago, the Millwall lads are very respectful. Butter wouldn't melt in their mouths.
You would know.
Fighting broke out in the terrace, there was no fight.
But back in their own familiar haunts, the mood quickly changes. Once again, they're the tough guys, the pool room hustlers calling the shots as they see them. And Gordon Jago appears as just another figure of authority who doesn't understand them.
He's never been on the terrace, the same as I don't, and all the rest of them. They sit in their silly little offices saying this, that and the others, what we're not supposed to do. They don't go out and see the grounds, do they? Hey.
Well, you were talking to him on Sunday, Billy, and you didn't say that then to him.
No, because I've got the hump now. I've just lost the pool and everything else, and the fucking team's lost 2-0. How unusual, I must say. Very unusual. Yeah.
No, we can't.
That's what makes me sick. It's these guys like Alan Hardacre and all these, right? They sit in their offices saying, you can't do this and you can't do that. Well, where are they when on a Saturday afternoon?
No matter what I say when I meet them, and we've had get-togethers with them at supporters club meetings and so on, and you say, look, cut it out, we don't want that. You know, you're spoiling it for all of us. And unfortunately, you know, one cannot seem to change them. This is their attitude, and, you know, we have to find ways and means of stopping it all.
What's the thing you can do? Just turn around and say Merlin and say, all right, you ain't going to come down now.
But it's one club he never...
You never change Millwall. Same as you never change West Ham, or you never change Chelsea. You'll always have something.
Every football club in the country's got hooligans.
People are getting to the stage now where they're absolutely fed up with it. And they're saying, OK, because the answer to me is one thing only. If I could have a 25,000 or 20,000 all-seat stadium here, and all sold as a season ticket sale to Millwall supporters, that would suit me fine. I wouldn't wish it to. I know it deprives, shall we say, the opportunity for visitors to see their team in action here, but if it's one way to stop confrontation, then that's what I would do.
If Jago succeeds in banishing Millwall's terrace hooligans, there's one organisation that would welcome them with open arms. The National Front is having a lot of success in recruiting football fans, not only from Millwall, but from many inner-city clubs. As always, the Front's basic appeal is racist.
I don't think anyone is sort of like really 100%. I don't care what anyone says, you know. I don't think anyone is actually 100% for the NF. But then again, you've got to think like, I mean, we're all here like sort of, everyone here sort of works and all this paper. And then like, you had the Sun or the Daily Mirror or something, you have a reading now. And in there like, you see there's an Asian family just come up a banana boat in an hotel for about £300 a week. Who's the mug? It's got to be us, isn't it?
Racism apart, what the Millwall lads really like about the National Front is the opportunity it provides for a good ruck. At the Lewisham March, at least 100 of them turned out to heckle and harass the anti-Front demonstrators.
I'll go on them, yeah. Because like, all these, because all these go and me mates go and that. When I go there, you know, I'll go with all these like, it's all right, it's a laugh and that, you know.
What do you go for?
Huh?
What do you go for? Is it for the fight? What do you mean?
Of course it's for the fight. What do you think every National Front march they have is for a fight? It's publicity, isn't it?
We will recruit patriotic, pro-British youngsters, whether or not they are physically robust, because we need everybody in the National Front. We are, in addition to that, very glad to recruit youngsters who are of a robust disposition and who are willing and able to defend our legal activities from communist assault where necessary.
Disturbingly, the leadership of the National Front seem more prepared to understand the soccer hooligan psychology than our football's official bodies.
I think there's a lot you can do with a soccer hooligan. I think that people resort to mindless violence and vandalism because they have not been given by society a point and a meaning to their lives. People do like to identify, they do like to associate themselves with something which is big and glorious and noble, which they, the little individual, can associate themselves with and feel proud that they somehow belong. And we feel that the very, very fanatical adulation by supporters with their particular club is a sort of sublimated patriotism.
So it's a case of Millwall today and National Front tomorrow?
We hope so.
Today, it's still Millwall. There are times when Gordon Jago's vision of a football club being a happy family almost seems possible. For all its apparent hardness, Millwall is a friendly, hospitable club in its own working-class Cockney way. To strengthen its links with the fans, Millwall runs its own supporters club. Those who join are entitled to cheap travel to away games. Applicants are fitted out with ID cards, which they have to carry with them. And anyone who gets into serious trouble with the police is liable to have his membership revoked.
I'll just get you changed, okay? Taking the normal barrier down this end and perhaps...
For Millwall's away game with Bristol Rovers, Supporters Club Secretary Pauline McGrath has chartered a train from British Rail. To keep order during the journey, Pauline has recruited a number of stewards, some of whom, like Mick Harris, belong to the treatment gang.
So Barry and Ray, Mickey...
Saturday morning at Paddington, and Millwall supporters are in good heart. In spite of the team's failure to win any of their last 7 matches, 214 supporters make the journey to Bristol. Where football is concerned, hope springs eternal. Charter trains are one way of curbing the soccer hooligans. Since they first came into operation 2 years ago, the cost of the damage to British Rail property has been reduced from £100,000 to next to nothing. Not that Millwall supporters were ever keen on vandalism.